Shripad Sharanam Prapadye. We come to chapter 14, in which we come to know about the grace and blessings of Lord Dattatreya on his devotees. Shankar Bhat was on his way to Kuravpur. On the way he reached a village, Muntakallu. There, a palm fruit seller forcefully gave him palm fruit water to drink. This water was fermented. Shankar Bhat felt that by drinking this fermented water, he had brought shame to his Brahmin origin. Cursing his fate, but chanting Lord Shripada's name, he continued his way. He came to a place in which many religious practices had taken place. The head of the place, Dattananda Swami, got a vision about Shankar Bhat's arrival. He was very hospitable and advised him to have a bath. He then offered some fruits to Shankar Bhat. He told Shankar Bhat, "The Datta incarnate Shripad Shri Vallabh has showered his grace on you. The drink you had was not fermented, but in fact it was nectar that the Lord made you drink. In one of your previous births you were born to the Gauda Kula. You would drink a lot of fermented drink then. But due to Lord Shripada's grace, you were not affected by it. His miracles are beyond one's imagination. That's the reason why even the Vedas became silent, uttering neti neti, that is, not this, not this. Shri Guru is the ultimate knowledge and a unique channel for divine energy. His utterance makes us enlightened. The yajna in the Vedas is the external symbol of our internal system. It is through yajna that man offers or surrenders everything to God. As a return offering, God gives him radiance and energy as an eternal wealth. Suddenly, God also gives him meditative capacity and energy. The knowledge and wisdom in the Vedas should be accessible only to the deserving people, so it is kept extremely confidential. Idam Atharvashesha Ashishya Nadeyam is also mentioned in Sri Ganapati Atharvashesha. Now we'll learn something about the boon granted to the Audumbar, that is a type of fig tree. Sri Mahavishnu appeared in the form of Narsimha from a wooden pillar to kill Hiranyakashipu and protect his devotee Prahlad. Prahlad later became a king. After some time had lapsed, the same wedged wooden pillar got transformed into the Audumbar tree. This surprised Prahlad and he started worshipping the Audumbar. Once, while he was meditating under this tree, Lord Dattatreya appeared to him in a vision and enlightened him. The same Audumbar tree also converted itself into a human form and prostrated at Lord Dattatreya's feet and asked for a boon. It is then that the Lord said, "I will always reside at the root of every Audumbar tree in a subtle form. As a Narsimha incarnation appeared from you, I will incarnate in Kali Yuga as Narsimha Saraswati." This is the secret of Narsimha Saraswati incarnation. Sri Dattanand Swami was not able to speak properly in his childhood. Also, he was suffering from a strange disease. Since the age of 5, the disease started progressing such that in barely 1 year, he had started appearing to be a 10-year-old child. At the age of 10, he looked as if he was 50 years old. Sri Bapannacharya was performing a sacrificial rite at Pithikapur. Hearing Lord Shripad's miracles, Sri Dattanand Swami's father brought him to Pithikapur. Lord Shripad was just 6 years old then. The ghee which was to be offered to the sacrificial rite was handed over to an aged Brahmin. But this Brahmin was greedy. He used only 2/3 part of the ghee and 1/3 part of it he hid it at his home for his personal use. So the ghee got over in a very short while. Sri Bapannacharya looked helplessly at Shripad. Lord Shripad said, "Some thieves have stolen my wealth. I will punish them when time comes. I order Shanidev, that is Lord Saturn, to reside at their place instead of Jeshta Devi." Lord Shripad then summoned the old Brahmin and wrote on a leaf, "Madaganga, please offer us the dhruta, that is ghee, needed for the sacrificial rites. Your loan will be paid by my grandfather, Venkatapayya Shreshti." It is Lord Shripad's order. He handed over the leaf to the old Brahmin, who submitted it at the holy pilgrimage place, Padagaya. He uttered the Vedas and mantras and brought the holy water to the place of the sacrificial offering. What a miracle! The holy water converted into ghee. Everyone present there witnessed this miracle. The ghee was then offered to the sacrificial rite. This completed the ritual. As promised, Shreshti offered ghee at the Padagaya. The ghee which was poured into the pilgrim place turned into water again. Sri Dattanand Swami narrated his son's plight to Lord Shripad, who said, "Have patience, the disease will be cured. He will be able to speak clearly. One house is going to be burnt. I have to decide a good moment for that." Just then the old Brahmin approached them. Lord Shripad said to him, "I have to destroy a house. Give me a good moment for it, an auspicious time for it." The Brahmin said, "I have never heard of a good moment for destroying a house." Shripad said, "A cunning man stole the ghee which was required for sacrificial offering. The fire god is still not satisfied. Rightly speaking, if the fire god has not obtained his desired amount of ghee, he will burn down the house. Your house has just got burnt to ashes. I want those ashes to be brought here by you." The Brahmin did so. Lord Shripad then ordered Sri Dattanand to mix those ashes in water and drink it for 3 days. He did so, and again a miracle, Dattanand was able to speak clearly. Lord Shripad then placed his hand on Dattanand's forehead and gave him Shaktipat. He blessed him with knowledge and wisdom. Lord Shripad then told Dattanand, "You and this old Brahmin were business partners in your previous birth. Due to some losses, you both became bitter rivals and wanted to kill each other. One day you invited this Brahmin and poisoned his kheer, that is a sweet dish. He died, but he had already planned to set your house on fire through some goons. Your wife died in that fire. The shock gave you a heart attack and you too died. As you poisoned someone, you had to pay the price for that deed in this birth. So you were struck with this rare disease. The old Brahmin too paid the price by his house being burned down to ashes. With these acts, I have relieved you both of your karmic bondage." Due to Lord Shripad's grace, Dattanand became a learned Pandit. Narasimha Varma got a new house built for the old house. In this way, both were favoured by Lord Shripad. Isn't this a rare miracle by the Lord? Sri Dattanand continued telling Shankar Bhatt, "All celestial and divine beings originated from a luminous source. Aditi Mata is a mother of all. The celestial beings transfer the radiance to mankind, and they are the reason for man's nature and progress. They are also the reason for total bliss and salvation of mankind. All of the universe is at the behest of the celestial beings, whom we call as God's various forms. They are epitomes of mantras. In short, the universe is under the control of mantras. These mantras are under the command of the Brahmin, so Brahmins are considered as God on earth." Whenever one reads the biography of Lord Shripad or listens to it, he is subtly present, that is, Lord Shripad is subtly present and listening to the utterances of the reader. A story goes like this. When Shripad was 7 years old, he underwent the sacred thread ceremony with the necessary rituals prescribed in the Vedic manner. In those days, such ceremonies were conducted luxuriously and elaborately. Sri Bapanacharya's joy knew no bounds, but Dattadas, Maladasari of Pitikapur, could not partake in the ceremony as they were from the Pancham Jati, that is a caste which is considered lowly. They invited all people of their caste and decided to read the Datta Charitra, that is the biography of Lord Dattatreya. Dattadas started narrating the biography as follows. Lord Dattatreya was born to Anasuya Mata and Maharshi Atri. The same Lord is now incarnated as Lord Shripad Shri Vallabh at Pitikapur. His sacred thread ceremony is just over, after which he is looking even more radiant. Glory be to Lord Shripad, who is the savior of lowly people like us. This was all he read and knew, but he repeatedly kept saying the same thing 53 times. After this, Lord Shripad showered his divine grace and gaze on Dattadas and told the Brahmin conducting the ceremony, "I have to go to Maldasari house because Dattadas is narrating my biography to his people, and that too with a pure heart. What he said once is actually one chapter, but he has actually narrated the biography 53 times. I thus have to be with him to give him the benefit of pure devotion." The Brahmins did not permit Lord Shripad during the thread ceremony to go to Dattadasa's house. It was then that he remarked angrily, What you call as lowly caste will have my grace more than any other. They will reach the peak of progress in the future, though you will be corrupt in religion and deed. But those who follow the path of righteousness among you will always receive my grace and protection. Sri Dattadas further told Shankar Bhatt, even if a person of a lowly caste offers you Datta Prasad, accept it with utmost humility and devotion, or else you may face miseries in life. Now we'll learn about what Lord Shripada's sacred utterances were for his devotees. First, wherever my biography is being read, I am present there in a subtle form. Second, those who seek me sincerely, I will protect them eternally and at all moments. Third, I accept Bhiksha at Pithikapur in the noon daily, but how I would appear or arrive is God's secret. Fourth, those who meditate upon me, be they for many lifetimes, I will burn away their karmic bondages. Fifth, food is nothing but God. Annamo Ramachandraya. If one feeds the hungry, I will always fulfill his desires. Sixth, I am Shripad Shri Vallabh. My devotees will always have the grace of Goddess Mahalakshmi. Seventh, for my grace on you, you must have a clean conscience and good intentions. Eighth, whoever you pray to, be any god or your supreme teacher or guru, the prayers reach me only. Ninth, your prayers or rituals reach me. My grace or blessings reach you through the divine form that you worship your supreme teacher or any god or guru. 10th, I am Shripad Shri Vallabh, not merely a name. In me are present all divine forms. My Vishwaroop, that is my huge form, will be understood only by my grace. 11th, this form Shripad Shri Vallabh is my yogic form. All great yogis or great saints who chant my name and meditate on my form are parts of my form. 12th, if anyone prays or worships me, I will teach them the path of karma and righteousness. I will protect you always and never allow you to become sinful. Thus, Shankar Bhatt took leave of Dattanand and continued his journey. Chapter 14 ends here and benefits the listener and the reader to ward off any untoward event or calamity. May Lord Shripad bless us all. Shripad Rajam Sharanam Prapadhe.